Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back CTKS family. Today we're going to talk about the best exits. This directly came from a comment in yesterday's video from NashG. Specifically, how do we best exit trades? Keeping in mind Rule 56 is critically important. Don't seek tops or bottoms. Why is this? This is what everybody is told to do. The problem with a top, it can become a bottom, and the problem with a bottom, it can become a top. Keep this picture in mind. One of the most powerful rules that you'll find is Rule 240, CTKS structure first, but what is that? I've taken the chart of gold off to just explain what these lines mean, and I did a similar thing in yesterday's video. When we look at gold, it's been trading since 1833, which is nearly 70,000 days. These specific lines are called SLs or Stanfield levels. What they represent is all of price being marked up. These are the true support and resistance levels inside gold's price structure. The one thing that we can see down below 2026, there's a lot of structural support. We've got a smattering of structural either resistance or support. It depends where price is at around that 2040 mark. And we can see up here about 2062 that's starting to get structural overhead resistance. This is all revealed through the CTKS indicator, which you can get from ctksmethod.org. But it gets better than that. You can actually draw these lines yourself with Level 1 standard certification and Level 2 standard certification. Gold structural support and resistance levels are drawn from the indicators inside TradingView at ctksmethod.org. Gold is a Tier 1 chart. It's really important to look at. And all these Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 have indicators. If you want those structural support and resistance levels indicators, just pop across to ctksmethod.org. When getting in and out of a trade, how to best exit means that you need to understand the structure, but you also need to understand timing. The timing cheat sheet, which is also available free of charge on ctksmethod.org, is all about getting you to understand how the market is moving, putting things on your radar. A critically important rule at this stage is 241. Timing done correctly is early. This is the CTKS timing cheat sheet, and it's currently in beta. There's another earlier version available from ctksmethod.org. This one will be out soon. I'm just putting it through its paces. One thing that you can see, gold has a highlight. US oil does too. XRP and Bitcoin Cash. These are opportunities for your radar, and it's all understood by CTKS structure, those indicators. When it comes to entering or exiting trades, we must understand where the CTKS structure is because it overrides price momentum. For example, in yesterday's video, I explained the S&P 500 was coming up to a positive fresh air gap and it had structural resistance overhead. It was likely to fill that positive fresh air gap, which it did, strike structural resistance and start to retrace, which it did. This is what timing is all about, and it needs to be done early. When we look at gold, we understand this is an opportunity on the cheat sheet radar. We can see a lot of structural support and very light structural resistance. When we look at gold's current price, it's around that 2036 area. It has a lot of structural support and very little structural resistance. It could fly. Upwards, that is. When it comes to exiting, you need a TROR. What the heck is that? It's a targeted rate of return. And what does your targeted rate of return depend on? You guessed it, it depends on structure, which is Rule 607. People always seek to buy the bottom and sell the top, never realizing that they flip with each other all the time. And there's not one support and one resistance, there's multiple. Let's give an illustration that happened within the past 8 hours on XRP. XRP came down, as did the crypto market. These little green arrows are buys. There's a targeted rate of return on these little red arrows, which are sells. This entire position was turned over in 8 hours for a very high annualized return on investment. What about Solana? Solana went through a very similar thing, and Solana has been selling also. What about Bitcoin Cash? You notice that I buy on red. That is buy on red, sell on green. BORSOG. Borsog. Buying on red is the easiest and fastest way to get a very beautiful targeted return on investment, but you must know the structure. A lot of people want to turn their trades over in 24 hours. Sometimes you simply can't do this. The market will not listen to what you want. It'll just do what it wants. In yesterday's video, I was talking about leaning into Litecoin. After yesterday's video, we had a big spike up, which resulted in a massive number of sells, and a big spike down at the same time, which resulted in a lot of buys. Here you can see I'm accumulating at the current time. I have no problem with this. These positions are effectively in loss. Do I care about that? No, I don't. Why don't I? Because I know the structure. Also, I know the timing. I know the radar. One thing to also understand, I buy at structural levels. This could be a very helpful thing. If I'm trying to accumulate, I will buy in between structure, but I always know where the structure is at all times. CTKS structure is my secret weapon. When it comes to best exiting the trade, hopefully you understand there's multiple exits and multiple entries. If you're going all in and more at one level, you're going to freak yourself out. And if you don't know structure, you're simply guessing. Always remember Rule 239, CTKS structure overrides, just as we saw with the S&P 500. I would like to give you a Christmas present, a partial Level 1 and Level 2 scholarship to go through the learning of Level 1 and Level 2 standard certification. This will mean that you can draw all those lines up yourself. Give yourself a Christmas present that will pay for other Christmas presents for your entire life. To get in contact with me, just simply go to the homepage of Crypto Trading KS on YouTube. Click the 6 more links and just scroll down and you'll see my Twitter account here. You can directly message me there. Please let me know your questions so I can do special episodes like this for you. My goal is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. If you reach out and let me know what you need to know, I can answer it like I just did for Nash G. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.